How's it going, you guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another episode, another fight night here in our UFC Reborn save here in WMMA 5. And here today, we've got UFC Fight Night Ortega versus Emmett, a big main event here in the featherweight division. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. You can see some of the fights there if you want to go ahead and pause. There's a good look at the prelims as well. We had one prelim fall out due to injury. Next episode is going to be UFC 302 Prohaska versus Lewis. Of course, not the greatest fight card on tap for the Czech Republic. Big fight for Yuri. Was supposed to be a defense of his, not a defense of his heavyweight championship, right? No, he was supposed to be fighting in the light heavyweight division, and he was supposed to be... What was he supposed to be doing? Supposed to be defending his light heavyweight championship, exactly. But not the case. He would not fight any of the fighters he was supposed to be fighting against. And I have a little bit of kind of crappy news. I did turn on fantasy matchmaking. It did not help with the fighters bitching and moaning about not wanting to fight people. And I'll give you a direct example. So fantasy matchmaking, I do have on. There you can see it's been saved. We go over to matchmaking. It was supposed to be Makhachev versus Justin Gaethje. So just to show you, we'll cancel that fight and we'll book super lightweight between Makhachev and Justin Gaethje. Keep in mind that is still on fantasy matchmaking. Islam Makhachev is too much step up in competition for me at the moment, and it's just not letting me override it. So Justin Gaethje is just straight up not willing to fight Islam for whatever reason. So fuck Justin Gaethje. Drew Dober's going to take his spot. So that's now the new fight in the super lightweight tournament. So Justin Gaethje can fuck off for for refusing to fight. Kid didn't want to fight, as Dana White would say. So that goes without saying. That sucks. We'll work around it as always. We'll find... Sorry, popping open a nice bevy. We'll find someone for Justin to fight, obviously. Let's go and take a look at the rankings before this fight night. Hugo Cunha, 2-0 in the division, now moves up to number 12. Alexander Volkov back into the rankings as well. Nothing at light heavyweight or middleweight. We do have Abduraguimov up to number 17. Nico Price back into the rankings at 18 following his win. Jalen Turner, after losing to Michael Chandler, is in at number 4 in the super lightweight division. You gotta love that. Lightweight, Manuel Sosa in at number 11 after his win. Nothing at featherweight. Bantamweight, Rustam Karamov making his UFC debut all the way up to number 7 already. Flyweight, nothing going on. Featherweight, Janaya Fabian getting a win up to number 5. That goes to show you how shitty that division is. Pudilova up to number 4. Makhnakina in at number 5 after just her UFC debut is insane. Women's flyweight, nothing going on. Strawweight, Marina Rodriguez in at number 6 following her win in the last fight card. So let's go ahead and get it going. UFC Fight Night Ortega versus Emmett. Appreciate you guys, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. As a reminder, link is down in the description below. You can follow me on Twitch. You can watch me do the Gamma save. I typically will stream it live on Gamma first and then probably upload it like a day or two later. The rest, these UFC ones, I just record on my own time. But yeah, give me a follow on Twitch as well so you can catch up with me there. I'm going to be doing a lot of college football stuff pretty soon because trailer came out for that today as I'm recording this, and I'm super stoked. You're going to see a lot more content in regards to the new college football game that's going to come out, so be on the lookout for that. As we get Alora Donna taking on Casey O'Neill at flyweight, and it's O'Neill getting the decision victory. Moving on, we have Damian Rezapecki taking on Iron Mata, or Nicholas Iron Mata. And we have Rezapecki getting the victory via decision here today as well. And he's, looks like he's challenging another Polish fighter. Maybe a little bit of a beef there. Ian Gary taking on Mohamed Alakra. Undefeated Alakra is a huge favorite over Ian Gary. And Ian Gary gets the unanimous decision victory after a fantastic fight. Love to see that from the young man. He's kind of a fucking prick in real life, but good on you for getting the win here today. Anthony Hernandez takes on Austin Vanderford. Mr. Van Zant. Is this his UFC debut? Yep. UFC debut for the husband of Paige Van Zant, which is what he's known for, unfortunately. He does get the split decision victory, though, over Fluffy Hernandez. A poor fight, though, probably because he's just a wrestler. Bogdan Ganidko taking on Modestas Bukauskis at 205. Ganidko undefeated at 10-0, making his UFC debut today. And Ganidko does get the knockout in round number 2 over Bukauskis here today. Rafa Garcia taking on Jamie Malarkey. The Australian looking for a big win over Rafa Garcia here today. 16-4 is Garcia, pretty good record, as he does get a split decision over Malarkey here today. Manuel Torres taking on Damir Hadzovic at 155, the new lightweight division, as Torres gets a submission with 10 seconds left to go in round number 1. He is now 14-3. Fernando Padilla takes on Danny Chavez at 145, and we got Padilla getting the decision victory. 3 rounds, and the Mexican comes out on top. In Mexico, by the way. We are in Mexico. Jesus Santos Aguilar taking on Asilbek Rustambek. Mexican fighter, the underdog in this one at flyweight, but he gets it done in his home country. Submission via north-south choke in round number 1, giving Rustambek the first loss of his career. Rocky Pennington taking on Laura Howarth in the bantamweight division. Rocky Pennington 16-9, and it is her getting the unanimous decision victory after 3 rounds here today. 17th win of Rocky's career. All right, so we got Magomed Umalatov taking on Jack Della Maddalena. This would be a crazy fight to see in real life, I believe. Umalatov making his second appearance after a big win over Tim Means. On the other side, you got Jack Della Maddalena, undefeated in the UFC, coming off a big win over Wonderboy Thompson. He's a huge favorite as well, and it is Della Maddalena getting the victory. Fantastic fight. Unanimous decision for JDM here today. Jesus Christ. Kakaramanov taking on Pedro Munoz at 135. Pedro Munoz, of course, a veteran of the Octagon, gets knocked out in 42 seconds. Kakaramanov now 3-1 in the division, although this is his return fight to the UFC, and it's a big one over Pedro Munoz. Rafael Lovato Jr. taking on Brendan Allen Allen. Of course, Rafael Lovato Jr. has retired because I'm pretty sure he has heart issues. He's 1-0, big win over Sean Strickland. On the other side, Brendan Allen, 10-3 in the UFC, coming off a big loss to Robert Whittaker. And it is Lovato Jr. with the submission. Rear naked choke gets it done in round number 3. Let's see if he retires. He's getting up there in age. He does not retire. Okay. Rafael sticking with it. Curtis Blades, this guy's going to be fighting in real life for the interim championship against Tom Aspinall. You can see there he's got that TKO victory over him. 3 straight losses, Pavlovich, Tuivasa, and Spivak, before getting a big knockout win over Tanner Boser. He takes on Alexander Romanov here today. Number 9 heavyweight in the division. 7-2, coming off 2 straight wins, Ilir Latifi and Martin Budai. He's a slight underdog to Curtis Blades, but it's Romanov who gets the decision victory over Blades here today. Brian Ortega takes on Josh Emmett in our main event of the evening in the featherweight division. You can see there Ortega, number 8 in the division, coming off a big loss to Movsar Evloev. And then on the other side, Josh Emmett, 9-4 in the division. Himself coming off a couple straight losses. Yair Rodriguez for that interim title, and then Arnold Allen. So big time featherweight fight in our main event. Let's get it going. And again, apologies, as I have been a little bit sick over the past couple days as I've been recording these, so sorry for my stuffiness and whatnot. Josh Emmett, a huge underdog here. Would love nothing more than for him to get a nice little upset victory. Uh-oh. Emmett is punch drunk. Muay Thai clinched. Massive knee to the chest. Ortega nearly trying to end it there in the first round. Knockout cold. The winner by knockout is Brian T. City Ortega with an elbow. That is insane. How about that? Kind of like when he did the same thing to Frankie Edgar. I mean, it didn't hit him with an elbow, but a knockout over a guy like Josh Emmett, who you'd expect to stay in there for at least a round against someone with the stand-up of Ortega. That's crazy. Not a very good attendance in northern Mexico. Able to get it done Love to see it. Love to see it. Popularity unchanged. We had a fantastic fight from JDM and Yumalatov. Of course, Brian Ortega is going to get a nice performance bonus. Same thing with Kakaramanov. And that'll do it for the bonuses. A little bit of a loss, $310,000. Highest paid fighter is our main event winner, Brian Ortega. And that's going to do it. Next time I see you guys will be for the pay-per-view, UFC 302. Derek Lewis takes on Yuri Prohaska in the heavyweight division, live from the Czech Republic. Appreciate you guys, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch. As a reminder, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys have been thinking. Appreciate you guys. I'm AZPlow21, and I will see you guys at the fights.